Well, welcome to another one of my builds, my prop builds that I like to do for our videos. This one is going to be a Bluetooth radio. It's a 1920s model radio that I'll be building, but inside is Bluetooth. What I'm doing today is the speaker part. I 3D printed all the pieces for the speaker, the base, the part that'll hold the speaker, and the grill. This grill I modeled after a Crosley Type F, I believe it is. Anyway, that's the grill itself. The base is not like the Crosley, but it's close enough for what I need. So today we'll be building and putting together the pieces for the speaker. I have a little 2-inch speaker, and it sounds pretty loud. It's pretty good. It has a great sound to it for such a small speaker. The Bluetooth module that'll be inside the radio is this. Has an on-off switch, as well as volume, and so it has a DC port, speaker outputs. The DC it'll take from 5 to 24 volts. The more voltage, the more output power. In my case, I'll probably be running it with a 9-volt battery, just for ease of use, and I don't really need a whole lot of power. Even with the 9-volt battery in my test, it was pretty loud. So what I'm going to do first is cut the pieces for this grill cloth. I have this vintage looking grill cloth. I need 2 pieces for this, one for the back and one for the front part. So that's this piece. In the original of these speakers, they were much larger than what I'm making, but in my prop that I need, I don't need a large amount of space taken up by the radio. And so I decided to make a 4-inch model. The original models of these speakers were probably 10, 12 inches. And now we'll do the front side, or the grill side. I'll use the same thing as a model or a template. This is a vintage looking grill cloth I bought from a vendor on eBay that restores antique radios. So there's different types of designs you could get, but I like this one. I used it in some of my other projects, and this one it looked like it would go well because the original grills of the Crosley speakers were gold painted, And that's what this will be. So when I 3D printed this, I put a little mark at the bottom so I know which way is top and bottom on this thing. Which the only reason that matters is because the speaker holder has to match up, because I already made the holes in them in the printer. Besides, I need to match the vertical lines of the pattern here. There. Okay, that's it for the grill cloth, and that part is done. So this wire will go down here. And I'll put some super glue on the edges, and that'll seal this up. All right, I will have to let that harden before I can screw the face on. So we'll let this harden, and then get back to it. I'll start working on the face part while that's hardening. This is the front panel to the radio. I already stained it, laser etched the words, and what I'm doing now is something I just learned on YouTube, is to do a paint fill of the lettering, because in these old radios all the lettering was white. So that's kind of what I have to do here. I've already stained it and varnished it, because you have to seal the wood in this technique, because you don't want this paint to go soaking in places that you don't want it. So I use craft paint or acrylic craft paint, and once that dries, then I'll put another coat of the clear varnish, and then it'll seal it all in. So here we go. paint fill technique is finished. I think it came out pretty well. There was some takeaways on this. If I had used a hardwood or something with very small grain, I wouldn't have had as much problem getting the white paint off of where I didn't want it. Going forward, I would suggest using actual wood, not plywood. So anyway, I think it came out pretty well. This is basically the mock-up of the panel, all the knobs, the 3D printed knobs, the little center piece. This will be the knob that will turn the Bluetooth module on and off. It'll be mounted right behind that. And the meter, this little milliamp meter, go in that hole, switch, and a little jewel, which a LED will be behind there to show when it's turned on or off. So these two outside knobs really have no function. They're just for looks. This center one does turn on and off the Bluetooth, the main power, Bluetooth and volume. And this is what it looks like from the back. These two potentiometers really are just for show for the two outside knobs. Bluetooth module, power, and everything else we need to connect. This is the speaker output that'll go into that speaker module. All right, so I've finished soldering and some hot glue to hold down the wires where it needs to be held down, so it's kind of a strain relief, especially the 9-volt battery connector, the speaker, so on. But everything is on and connected, and I can do a little test here. So we will and that's that. So the volume control works. Meter is on, and you can see how much current it pulls. Little pilot light, so that works pretty well. Sounds better to the microphone. All right, so now we get it in the box. All right, so this is the box finished. It's got 3 coats of varnish on it. Put all the hardware on, so this is all done. There's these little doors that open up. Front panel, I've mounted everything. Now I need to wire all the electronics on it. Oops. And as you can see, I'm using slotted screws on and everything that shows. It's more era appropriate since they didn't have Phillips screws back then. Put this together like it's supposed to be when you first open it, and then I'll turn it around so you can see it. So my 1920s travel radio. The last thing I'm going to get, and I haven't gotten it yet, is a leather carrying handle on top here. But how it will work is you open it up, pull out the speaker, and you can put it on front table or on top, whatever you like. And turn it on. And you have to pair it to your phone. It should already be paired. And we have a commercial on there. Yeah, I'll put the microphone in front so you can hear what it's supposed to sound like. And like I said, these knobs really don't do anything. They're just for show, but that's how, in the original radio, that's how you would be tuning it. So that's it. That's it for this build. I'm really proud of this one. Love the way the cabinet turned out. This is poplar. Dark walnut stain. And the radio. So that's it for this one. Prop turned out pretty well. Thanks. Thanks for showing up and watching me through this build. See you later.